Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history is about the creation of the Honorable Man Part 5 from the 5th book of Redemptive History series, The Promise of the Eternal Covenant. Last time, we examined how God created man through his agape love. At this time, let us learn about the forgiveness through God's agape love and share God's grace together. God created man through his agape love, and he redeemed the fallen man through his agape love. Jesus spoke 7 words on the cross, which is the climax of his redemption. His first word was a prayer of forgiveness. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing." Here the word saying in this verse is elegant, which is the imperfect tense of lego, meaning to say or to speak. The imperfect tense emphasizes the continuity of an action from the past. In other words, Jesus did not simply pray for forgiveness just once on the cross, but continually prayed for the forgiveness of the people who crucified and mocked him. This is in line with what he had been teaching all along. Matthew 5 verse 44 states, "But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Matthew 18 verses 21 to 22 states, "Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, 'Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?' Jesus answered, 'I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. In such a way, Jesus must have continued to pray for the forgiveness of the rebellious mankind every time they spoke and acted sinfully toward Jesus. Agape love has no enemy. It has only unconditional forgiveness. Everyone. Besides such divine love, there are also other types of humanistic love in this world. Natural affection for family and kin is expressed with the word storge. Brotherly love between friends is phileo, and the attraction of desire and love between the sexes is eros. Because these kinds of humanistic love are often based on selfish motives that serve one's own interest, they can easily fall apart if one's needs or conditions are not satisfied, causing hurt and disappointment to the persons involved. However, the forgiveness that Jesus Christ granted us through his atoning work on the cross is so infinitely great and complete that it is incalculable with the human brain. It is a complete forgiveness based on agape love. That is why this agape love could forgive those who betrayed Jesus. It is love that takes responsibility until the end. John 13 verse 1 states, "Now before the feast of the Passover, Jesus, knowing that his hour had come, that he would depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end." Beloved Saints, man was created and redeemed through God's agape love. Those who were created and redeemed through God's love continue to breathe, eat, drink, and do all things through God's love while they live in this world. God's love is the source of strength that sustains the life of a man. It is also the everlasting power of life that saves even those who have come upon death. We who are fed and nourished by such agape love in our lives should cherish this love deep within our hearts with gratitude and live to share it with our neighbors. 1 John 4 verse 11 states, "Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another." So today, let us forgive our brothers and sisters with this agape love. Let us no longer have any enemies, and let us live a life of faith. I bless in the name of the Lord.